We have predicted League 2, League 1 and the Championship, but now it is time to predict the Premier Division in Scottish football, and that is the Premiership. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. 2025-2026 season is upon us. Less than 24 hours until, is it Kilmarnock and Livingston? Get us underway. Used to be a battle of the El Plastico, but I believe that Livy have, is it this season they've got the grass pitch, or is it next?
I'm not too sure. Either way, it's not the greatest game of all time, is it?
No, I mean...
Not even on telly.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. But here, Davy Martindale back in the top flight. Kilmarnock, brand new manager. It's an interesting game. But what's even more interesting, I'm sure, is going to be our Premiership predictions. So,
and we have to meet in the middle here. I mean, you could predict Celtic to get relegated, but if I've predicted them to finish first, then what are we going to do?
well, that would be an issue, wouldn't it? Like,
Doesn't quite equal it at sixth spot, but I tell you what, I've already did mine, right? So if you've watched my channel, then you'll know what I'm going for. Or am I going to change it? Ho! We'll have to wait and see, but there is 12 teams to go. A lot of places in Europe up for grabs. Top 6, bottom 6, playoffs, relegation, but there's 2 new teams up. So who is going to be the team that goes straight down? Who's going to be the team that's getting the wooden spoon, right? Drum roll, please. Are we ready for a 3, a 2 and a 1?
3, 2, 1,
Dundee.
I'm sorry, Stephen Presley. Elvis has left the building for a second time, I think.
Thank you very much.
Yep, and I don't know if this guy's going to quite die in a number 2, but I tell you what, might not pick up 2 points.
He might not. They've lost so many players. I'd worry for them even if it was Tony Docherty still in charge, but they've got...
Well, let's look at who they have lost. They've lost Tony Docherty, Lyle Cameron, Josh Mulligan, Joe Shaughnessy, Jordan McGee, Scott Tiffany, Mo Silla, Seek Cameron, Ross Clark, Lewis Lorimer, Jamie Richardson, Antonio Portales, Scott Fraser, Ryan Mohammed, Ross Clark, David Cabrelli, Marley Sweeney, Lewis Gray, and Finlay Corrigan. And the loans have ended for Seb Palmer Holden, Ozolani Adueme, Syed Lakiek, and yeah, that's it. But how many first team players did we just name there? Lyle Cameron, huge player last season. Josh Mulligan, huge player. Joe Shaughnessy, rock at the back. Antonio Portales, been a massive centre back for them over the past couple of years. Scott Tiffany, good midfielder, great engine. Mo Silla, he's been again another rock in that centre of midfield. Just so many players, man, that have been important for Dundee, and the majority of them, their contracts ran out. And I remember saying it coming towards the end of last season. It's like Dundee's in trouble. All these contracts are running out, and it doesn't look like they're retaining any of them. It doesn't look like they're signing new deals. And as we ended up seeing, none of them really did. They all just left.
And it's a massive turnover of players. They've lost a lot, but if you actually look at their ins, I mean, they've not brought an insane amount of players in, so it looks like a squad that's going to be down to the bare bones.
Yeah, I think Dundee last.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, without a clown in charge, I'd still worry for them.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying, Dundee, they'll be alright, they'll sack Stephen Presley. Before the appointment, I was worried about Dundee. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, they could have brought in a manager that's got, let's say, more credibility than a Stuart Kettlewell or whatever. I would still be worried for Dundee just because of all the key players that they've lost. I think the squad has massively been, it's been massacred, really, hasn't it? So,
It has been massacred.
We're going to stick Dundee in the relegation spot. Now we move on to 11th, the relegation playoff position. And
I think we're going to be quite different here. I'm looking forward to this one.
Right, well, I mean, let me just have a wee look here. Who am I going with?
Who are you going with, my man? I'm locked in.
This is controversial.
Oh, I think you're going to say it.
This is controversial.
Right, 3,
2, 1. Motherwell. Aye, well, ho.
Great man,
now,
Sprinkle.
I'm assuming everyone else was either going with Falkirk or Livy.
Yep.
But for me, Motherwell have been really poor. I wasn't convinced that with Fimmer, and I'm certainly not convinced with this new manager. If you look at the Premier Sports Cup, I think they were very fortunate to get through that.
No, they were. I don't rate the new manager. The squad's got worse.
I mean, they were like a minute away from losing to drawing with Peterhead, and that would have pretty much knocked them out.
Yeah.
I mean, they scored a late winner against Peterhead. Now, one thing that I think could be a saving grace, and I've heard people say it, Lennon Miller, he will be sold, even though that idiot Steve Cowan pretty much doesn't even know who he is and thinks that there's no way Motherwell will get £1 million for him. I mean, this is a guy that's supposed to watch a lot of Scottish football. And he doesn't think that he thinks that people valuing Lennon Miller in the millions is outrageous. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. But let's say Motherwell do sell Lennon Miller. Let's just be a bit conservative. We'll go with $5 million. That doesn't mean Motherwell's investing that money.
No.
That money's going straight into the club. That money's going into the people that own the club. It might go into the help the day by day running of the club, but Motherwell aren't going to straight up spend £5 million on players. Not a chance. Here, well, will they maybe buy a couple? And maybe spend like a couple $100,000? Absolutely, but people just seem to think, oh, Lennon Miller might go for $5 million, so Motherwell will have £5 million of transfers come. No chance. Doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't, and I think the further we go down the league, the actual...
Doesn't even work that way at Celtics. It's not going to work, you know what I mean? Look at them selling Coons, and they don't spend all that money, so it doesn't work that way at Motherwell.
No, of course, and I would argue the case that like the teams in the league, the further you go down, the less likely they are to spend it, because it's so crucial to them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, they're finishing 11th. Because like 40 years in the top flight, right? But they have had periods in every season now for a lot of years where they've been the worst team in the league, and eventually that's going to bite you.
Yeah, listen, records come to an end. That's a good record they've got, but sooner or later they will drop out.
Yep.
And I think it could be this year. So here we go.
Right.
Right, now we move into the bottom 6 spots here. So we're going from 10th up to 7th. Again, we'll just go here. 3, 2, 1, Falkirk.
Levy.
You're going right. Okay, you're going Levy. I'm going Falkirk. Am I safe to assume that 9th you would be going Falkirk?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I can't really give you Falkirk, can I?
Right, well, let's just...
Where are you putting Levy then? 9th?
Yeah, that's what I was going to
go.
So
it has to be Levy have to go 10th then.
Well, let's just have a look. Who have Falkirk brought in? Scott Bain, who I think will be their number 1 maybe, and Brian Graham, who I think will score goals, and he'll score enough goals to keep them ahead of Dundee and Motherwell. But how much more goals is he going to score? How far can Brian Graham drag Falkirk up this league table? I'm not convinced. John McGlynn, in my opinion, doesn't have a great track record in the Premiership. Davy Martindale does, with a far... And John McGlynn's had superior teams than Davy Martindale when he was in the Premiership. John McGlynn managed Hearts. Yeah, I think Davy Martindale's had a better record at Livy in most of his seasons than McGlynn.
Well, you know what? I put Falkirk 8th, right, and I put Livy 10th. So I think that the fair compromise here is to put Livy 10th and put Falkirk 9th. Because you said you put Livy 9th anyway. I'm just
looking at the players that Falkirk have brought in. Scott Bain, Brian Graham, Lewis Nielsen on loan and Henry Cartwright on loan. And then I look at Livy. And yeah, I mean, they've lost a couple of players. I think losing Jamie Brandon's a blow, absolutely. They've brought in so many players, man, and I don't know.
Too many cooks spoil the broth. Falkirk have kept a lot of that team that dominated the Championship last year. I'm telling you, man, that attacking football they play, they'll do good.
But look at Jeremy Bokila from Willem, Janik Wanner from Astetten. They're bringing in players from abroad. Graham Carey from St Johnstone, Mo Silla from Dundee, Shane Blaney from Motherwell, Stevie May, they made that loan permanent. Connor McLennan, they brought in from Ayr United. Cammy Kerr for Queen's Park, brought in Sack Rudden as well, former Rangers man there for Queen's Park. They've made good sight. Also brought in Aidan Denholm from Hearts, and they've got Adam Montgomery and Macaulay Tate from Celtic and Hearts respectively on loan. They've made some really good... You know what? I say I was going to put them 9th. I would not be surprised if they made top 6.
So where are you putting them then?
I'll go with 9th, but I'm just saying...
No, you're going with 10th.
Aye, 10th, aye, right, fair enough, right.
Right, Falkirk 9th.
I think they could be a dark horse for top 6.
Falkirk?
No,
Livy,
aye.
No chance for Falkirk though?
Yeah, I don't know, none of them signed enough players.
Right, so... I have to kind of adjust my 8th spot now, but I'll just go who I put 9th.
Right, well, we've got 2 more spots here for the bottom 6. We've got Rangers, Aberdeen, St Mirren, Celtic, Dundee United, Hearts, Hibernian and Kilmarnock. For me, it's Kelly.
Yes, it's Kelly. I put Kelly 9th. To me, they have lost a lot of what made them good under Derek McInnes. That suited them down to the ground, that style of play for me. And do not believe now, going forward, when the Old Firm go to Rugby Park, it's just not going to feel the same.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be this hard place to this difficult team to break down. I don't think that's Stuart Kettlewell's style of play.
I don't know, Stuart Kettlewell. I think
Derek McInnes
Derek
McInnes made Kilmarnock hard to beat, and I don't think they're going to be hard to beat this season.
Yeah. So I will go. They'll go what? We're down to 8th.
Yeah, they've brought in some decent players. They've brought in Greg Kiltie, Scott Tiffany, Jamie Brandon. Not denying that, but they've also let go of some of the better players. Ndaba, who's away to Lecce. Danny Armstrong, he's away. Bobby Wales is away. Liam Donnelly's away. Joe Wright's away. Inns Cameron's away. Kel Fassell is away. Yeah, they've lost a lot, haven't they?
No, they have.
Calvin Ramsey loan is ended.
His career's done, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking good. So has the Stuart Finlay loan. So, yeah, I mean, Kilmarnock have brought in a couple of decent players, but in my opinion, their squad's a lot weaker than it was last season. And honestly, man, I think 8th is about as good as I could put them. I think 8th would be a good season for Kelly.
No, I agree.
I know that sounds a bit underwhelming, but I do think if Kelly finished 8th, they'd be doing alright.
I just see no chance for them to finish in the top 6, honestly, being honest. But 7 spots, so the team that will finish in the top of the split.
Right, I'm conflicted here. I do think it will be one of the New Firm Derby.
Well, I'm going Dundee United.
I'm tempted to go Aberdeen.
Nah, it won't be Aberdeen.
Right, why is it going to be Dundee United?
Because...
No Scottish players.
No, I don't really care too much for that. You seem to got a wee obsession with that. I just... Every single year, the teams that qualify will get into Europe. They end up doing shite.
Right. Here's the truth. See if Aberdeen did not win that Scottish Cup final, Jimmy Teelan would have been sacked before Stephen Pressley this season. That is a fact. But that Scottish Cup will buy him some time. But will it buy him to the end of the season? I'm not convinced. I'll give you Dundee United as long as you give me Aberdeen 6th.
Right, fair enough, but it's not where I put them.
How high have you got them?
I put them 5th, for fuck's sake, man.
Big Aberdeen fanboy here. Jesus Christ.
Just because you fucking hate them.
Big Stevie Dawn.
It's Big Stevie the Dawn. Yeah,
Big Stevie Sheep.
I don't like Aberdeen,
right,
but I'm not going to... Right, aye, but alright. Well, Motherwell 5th then.
Well,
let's no fucking pretend otherwise. Oh, let's have a wee look. Have a look at what?
What do you mean Motherwell 5th?
I mean St Mirren 5th.
Aberdeen, who have they let go? Pappy Gay away. Jamie McGrath gone. Jack McKenzie gone. They've lost a lot of key players. Daba, loan ended, didn't get him back. Nisbet, loan ended, didn't get him back. For me, they are light up front. Very light up front. I think they will struggle to score goals this season. Not like they scored a shitload last year either. Yeah, for me, they will... I think 6th has been optimistic.
So you're expecting a disaster?
I am, aye.
Well, fucking they are they're guaranteed league stage. That's going to affect them.
They are, yep.
Ooh.
I don't think they'll do well in that either.
Right. 5th we'll go with St Mirren.
Yeah, listen, it's self-explanatory, and it's not like I'm diminishing or writing them off. But here, 5th, if they can get 4 back-to-back top 6 finishes in a row, then fair fucking play to Stephen Robinson.
Aye.
And if he keeps doing that, then he's got to earn himself a move, hasn't he? And I know St Mirren fans don't want to lose him, but
4 in a row would be insane.
I mean, that's the reality. I think... Oh, the way Dane trying to jump in front of Aberdeen there. I think... they're trying to jump behind them. I think that, yeah... If he gets it again, then...
Right, earlier, I get made fun of for whoever I put 3rd. Because apparently...
4th, I think we're not on here.
We are, but... Well, I mean, they kind of come together. I'm talking about the old... Nah, I'm not talking about the old firm, but... I got made fun of because I've put a guy who managed in the bottom 6 with a club who finished in the bottom 6. They finished 3rd. So that's as much hint as I'm telling you who I think's finished.
Repeat that there.
Right, a manager who took his club to the bottom 6 last season is now managing a club that also finished in the bottom 6 last season. And I put them to finish third.
Oh, right. I get what you're saying now. No, I agree. For me, Hibernian fourth.
Yes.
Davy Gray, great last season. I heard Steve Cowan again say that if Hibernian don't finish third or better, it'll be a disaster. I don't know how he works.
Third or better, it's a disaster.
I don't know how he works.
How can you add in or better?
Yeah, I don't know how he works that one out, claiming that they need to build on it. They need to listen. If Hibernian finish fourth, that would be building on a third place spot, because how many times have we seen Hibs have a good season followed by a shite season?
No, I know.
A lot. The answer to that question is a lot. I think that if you're Hibs and Hearts, if you finish third and fourth, then that you can't consider that. I don't necessarily think fourth's a backward step. I know it's one place less, but for me, if Hibs finish fourth and they have a good run in the cup or whatnot, and they play good football like they did last season, and they get some big results maybe against the top two, then that would for me would be a good season for Hibernian. I don't think that they're necessarily regressing just because they finish one step lower. But yeah, I'm going Hibs. I just don't. I mean,
I went with Hibs.
One club's made a shitload of good signings and the other one hasn't.
Why I went with Hibs is because they've got a lot of good wingers, but they don't, for me, have a natural goal scorer. They don't have a Shankland. Yeah, Shankland wasn't good last year, right? But you know what? He was getting played out of position by a fucking donkey in the dugout. See, as soon as he was played in position, he scored goals, and for me, that's what Hibs lack. They lack somebody up front that's going to get them 15 goals a season. But
they brought in McGrath and they brought in Mulligan, two decent players, but is that it?
Yeah, and also, like I've said, you see teams that play in Europe, they suffer a hangover. I can see Hearts, folks, going on like a winning streak into September. And that's what I'm backing. So I'm Hibs fourth, Hearts third.
Alright, here we go, guys. Hibs fourth, I agree with that. Hearts just...
What do you make of people saying that a guy that managed a team to bottom six is managing a team that finished bottom six, so how can they finish third? What would you say to those people that say that? You can probably guess who said it, so...
We Matthew liar?
Aye.
Well, here, but I mean, Celtic have got a manager that took Leicester fucking down to the Championship, don't they? So...
True. Very true. Oh, but when he left them, they weren't relegated yet. Well, we're fucking halfway there, weren't they?
The nail was getting hammered into the coffin. Let's just be honest.
Let's talk about coffins then. So,
Celtic also had a manager that finished 17th with Spurs. So, I mean, if we're really going to go down low finishing positions here,
what coffin's going to get nailed shut? Celtic's title 56 or Rangers' title 56?
Well, I mean, I thought we could have talked about all the impressive signings that Hearts have made, but we'll just...
well, we can talk about them if you want.
Well, made Kabangu's permanent signing.
Good.
I like that, even though he did miss a shitload of chances that game against Rangers and it was infuriating. Still think he's a good player. Brought in Bort Gremfink, brought in Claudio Braga, brought in Kisrididis, also brought in Oisin McEntee, and I think there's going to be a few more signings for the end of the window as well. Stuart Finlay has also been loaned in for Oxford. I'm impressed with the signings that we've made, but what I'm even more impressed with, we didn't lose anybody that I consider to be a key player. We lost George Grant, who never really did anything for me, and we lost Barry Mackay, who let's be honest, hasn't been impressive for like 3-4 seasons, at least. So I think Hearts kept their best... Alright, I forgot, we lost Penrice. That is a blow. I'll accept it. Massive blow. Best player last season. But it could have been a lot worse. I think when you look at Hearts, it could have been worse, especially with us finishing so far down and not getting European football. Shankland could have left. 100% he could have went. There was speculation that James Wilson could go. You look at Devlin and Benenjami. I'm surprised that we've managed to keep them. And we've kept our centre-backs, and we've still got two great goalkeepers to choose from. So yeah, no, I think that we've actually done really well to not lose out on more players. The only loss we have is James Penrice, but we've brought in 4 or 5 players who look really good and solid. So yeah, I'm happy with the signings and I'm happy with the transfer activity. I think that Hearts have had either the best or second best transfer window so far, with the other team being the team that I'm going to put in the Champions bracket.
Oh, and I tell you what, there's a team in green that hasn't had a good transfer window so let's talk about it then. Second spot.
I'm going to put them in green, but it's not going to be the bright green. It's going to be
3, 2, 1.
Celtic.
Rangers.
What?
Obsessed Celtic.
Aye, that's it. There you go. Aye, so putting Celtic in second. I think this will be the year that they loosen their grip on the title. I don't think they're going to get 5 in a row.
Put it this way, right?
Brendan Rodgers won't leave, but will he get sacked? I mean, possibly. Could he leave through mutual consent? Possibly.
Put it this way, guys, right? See Rangers, they can't keep getting it wrong every year when it comes to these fucking rebuilds. See, sooner rather than later, they're going to win the league title, and this is it for me. Couldn't have really asked for Celtic to have a worse transfer window so far. So far is the key word here. In an ideal world, guys, we could do the predictions after the transfer window ends. Well, guess what, jabroni, right? The fucking season starts at the beginning of August and the transfer window slams shut at the end of August. That's the way it's always going to be, and that's the way it always should be, unless there's a pandemic fired in there, right? But sitting here right now, Celtic are weaker than last year. Rangers are stronger than last year. Rangers last year actually were able to beat Celtic in games, which they couldn't do the previous year. If Rangers can just sort themselves out against the other teams in this league, and guess what? Martin's style suits them more domestically in Europe. To me, it's ticking a lot of boxes, and I'll hold my hands up. I turned around and said, I didn't want Russell Martin, right? I said the guy will win hee-haw with Rangers, and here am I, sitting on the 1st of August at 33 minutes past 8, saying he's going to win the league. So it just shows you what a pre-season can do for you, huh?
Right, quickly turn around there, and I agree. Rangers, I think they will be champions.
See if Celtic had spent, similar amount to Rangers this window, or a bit more. I don't know if I could be sitting here saying that Rangers are going to win the league. But the reality is, they've not had a good window, and you can clearly see that there's a bit of disconnect between the board manager
and Rangers
and the fans.
have. I think there's promise for for the first time in a while. I think that the majority of the Rangers signings you're looking at and going, oh, he looks good. Whereas in previous seasons, it's kind of been guys that you just didn't want. Like a lot of guys come in previous seasons and you just weren't excited about them. You didn't think they were going to cut it. You were disappointed before they even kicked the ball. But with this summer transfer window, I think there's a lot of players that have come into Rangers that you actually think, oh, I'm looking forward to seeing him in a blue shirt.
There's a lot of similarities between the 21-22 season and this one. When Ange first came in, Martin's first in, and you can see that the window has not been good for the champions.
Yeah, because that season I don't believe Gerrard was backed.
No, he wasn't.
Didn't strengthen the squad that much. And
but I would argue the gap felt bigger between Rangers and Celtic then.
Oh, absolutely, because the Celtic team was pretty much decimated, wasn't it?
Yep, 25 points was the gap the previous season. This season is 17. But the thing is that people forget you start on 0.
And Rangers haven't really lost any key players apart from Tierney. He's a big blow, but that was just a loan ending, wasn't it?
Yep. So
the transfer window's not over here. They could lose.
Sign Mikey Moore the day. Rangers on loan. That's a good signing.
Yep. Did I mention Patrick Gay left Aberdeen?
He's leaving them, isn't he?
No, he's left.
Oh, he's left. He's on 50k, I seen.
I think they're light up front. Anyway, Rangers, I think, are looking decent up front. We'll see what happens. Dessers and Igamani, will they be firing Rangers to a league title? Will it be title 56? I think so. This is the last thing Rangers have got. They've lost every other record to Celtic, so they need to keep a hold of the most Scottish titles.
Can't keep fucking losing titles.
If they lose this, then it may as well be over.
But also the key thing is, folks, right?
Rest in peace.
We're not saying, well, I'll speak for myself, but I'm not saying that Rangers are going to walk this league. Celtic could very easily win this. Of course they could. History shows that they dominate it. But I can't think of a season, right, going into it in ages where Celtic have looked this bad to a degree. Do you not even think, right, in the 2020-21 season, that summer transfer window looked alright during COVID? People were thinking Shane Duffy's the best centre-back in the league.
Yeah. And
people were thinking Laxalt, oh, he's going to do this. Oh, Mohamed El Yunusi.
Was that the Barkas season as well?
Aye. A Jetty, they were signing a goalkeeper and a striker for $5 million apiece.
See, when you look at it, though,
the hype for that season was still good.
Yeah, you can't. See, when you look back, you can't really say, oh, Celtic didn't invest, they didn't really back. I mean, they kind of
just invested in the wrong players.
Yeah, that's it. It's just invested.
Well, this summer they've invested in no one, and I think for the first time. I mean, when was the last time you can remember Celtic having a window like this?
I mean, last season I think it was a wee bit similar, and then they pushed the panic button towards the end.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll be pushing the panic button.
But the only thing is, last season they were going up against a Rangers team that you just didn't think were going to do anything. I think this season it's different. I think you have a bit of belief in this Rangers team, so aye, we'll see.
We do.
Anyway, we've had enough belief to put them first, so we're going with Rangers first, Celtic second, Hearts third, Hibernian fourth, St Mirren fifth, Aberdeen sixth, Dundee United 7th, Kilmarnock 8th, Falkirk 9th, Levy 10th, Motherwell 11th, and Dundee in last spot. That's our predictions, guys. Let us know what you think down below. We'll catch you in the next one. And yeah, Scottish Premiership football season starting soon. Can't wait. Till next time, peace.